What's going on, everyone? This is Impulse and welcome back to HermitCraft Season 6. I am super excited about today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, because today we are going to give eBay some much needed attention. Day one of the season, I cruised into this thing, looking at it, going, this is a beautiful spot. And what have I done since then? I put a random merchant ship in and a dock going around, and that's about it. Not much going on here. Remember, we tried to put a little logo there, didn't quite look good, tore that down. But yeah, today we're gonna do something different. I'm gonna expand my base because I've kind of realized, been thinking about this for a while, realized that I don't really have anything that visually tells anybody else on the server that this is where I live. Yeah, the actual entrance to the base is pretty hidden over there, and everything I've done this season is underground. So today we're going to change that. We're going to actually give our base a face, and I'm looking at this area again because this area keeps calling to me. It's nice and flat. We're going to put something there. I need to actually make my base visible to the server. So let's get over there. We got some digging to do and we got some constructing to do. All right, first things first, we need to start making some decisions here. How high up do we want this to be? What is it actually going to be? And what I'm envisioning is that we will have a place to kind of look out into the bay. I want like this kind of visual, but maybe up a few blocks. So, and then kind of be like, you know, a living room almost, where I can sit and you know, sit on a couch, have some coffee, and just really look out into the bay and enjoy the place. And straight away, of course, I didn't do any recon in picking this area. It looks like, oh, that's right, we covered up the entrance. Okay, we covered up the entrance to the prank, so we'll be clearing that out. But I'm trying to figure out what height do I want to go here. I'm thinking I'm actually going to go a little bit higher here. We're going to have some gravel fall on our head, but that's okay. If we go a little bit higher, let me take some of these blocks and we'll fill this back in a bit. And we'll go up, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more blocks would be good. Let's just take another look-see here. Let's go 1 more up. Yeah, that feels about right. I think so. We're up high enough that we get a nice view looking down upon the bay. So this is going to be the height that I'm looking for. And then I want like a nice big panoramic style window that I can really see out into the bay. And I think I also want it to kind of protrude out a little bit to give it a little bit of definition. And then obviously you can see it much better. So, you know, we want to blend it into the mountain just a bit, but we also want to make it a bit obvious that it is somebody's base, right? Because that's the point. So I'm going to clear this out and kind of set up a foundational layer for where we're going to build this thing. And then I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm starting to dig out some space here, and I think I have the right size finally. I kept making it bigger and bigger and finally landed on about this size. So we're going to cut back the room there, but I want to start constructing what's going to be actually protruding here from the mountain, kind of the panoramic glass window. It's going to need some sort of ledge sticking out so that we can kind of walk out onto a balcony of sorts. That's also going to be inside the living room still. So we're going to give it a little more definition. I got to get some supplies together now that I've determined the area size. I know how many supplies I'll need, so I'm going to need some glass for the windows. I'm going to need some, I guess I'll do a lot of stone because like I said, I want to blend it in a little bit with the mountain, but also give it some character as well. And of course, when it's all said and done, we got a lot of area to clean up. There's going to be some terraforming and stuff to really make this mountain look good again. So yeah, let me start building this out and we'll see how it looks. All right, just finishing putting some trim around this bay window here. Can we call it a bay window? I mean, it's a window in a bay, and it is a bay window, so it's actually completing its purpose, I suppose. Oh, yes, I love it. That is exactly what I wanted. Just a big window protruding from the mountain. Oh, that looks so good. That is perfect. Nice and blends in with the brick and everything. Now, looking at this top part, this does look a little funny here. So maybe pull out some terraforming, pull out the mountain a bit, and then bring it back into the mountain with a little bit greater slope, kind of like this area. And then that will blend back in. Yes, that looks really good. But I didn't think of something. How are we going to get in and out of this room? So I do have some plans. I want to definitely make sure that everything is kind of redstone. Like, so this room will have a lot of like cool redstone devices and maybe including some hidden redstone doors and things like that to get in. So I need to figure out, how are we going to enter this place? I mean, do I really want to go in the side there where we have that water curtain and then have to like travel up and around to get into this room? Or should we make some sort of redstone device that we can kind of drop into it or something like that? So let me think on that. All right, so I attempted to do a little terraforming here and I do not like it at all. I think I would rather embrace the flatness of this area of the bay and maybe instead use some water, use some, waterfalls. I love waterfalls. Now we have 2 here, so I don't want to go overboard with the waterfalls. But I'm thinking if I do something really cool with the waterfall, have it kind of land on top of that area there and almost become like a pool. Like, so the base has its own pool that we could go swimming in and stuff. I could also then double the waterfall as a secret entrance, kind of like I did there. And then that way we can come into our base and fly right into it. The water kind of breaks our momentum of flying and then we'll land in there nice and safe. So I'm going to give that a try and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty good. I think I like that. I love how it just kind of flows down and then gets caught there. I think I want to do a little more definition behind this, maybe some lights or something cool like that. Also kind of looking at these other 2 waterfalls and thinking maybe I should take them away to really make the focus on this part. And then if we did more with this water, maybe take it off to the side and drape it down or something to really give it a cool effect. We could do something like that, but let's see if I can do this. I want to get in here through my secret entrance. Oh, oh, okay. No. Oh, all right, good. They didn't blow up any glass. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we should probably work on the inside now. Oh, this hole is actually supposed to be there. So we got to work on the inside. It's going to need lighting, mob proofing, and things like that, obviously. And I want a place to put my beds and all that kind of stuff, and all that, just hang out. And we got to do something about that. I don't want the water leaking through the ceiling. But yeah, I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, that's a pretty cool way in. It takes a little bit of practice to get in that little one wide hole while you're flying. But how are we going to get out? And that's not really a good way to get out. I mean, I could try to like fly up through that, but yeah, no, it's just not going to happen. I'm not good enough for that. So I was thinking, well, what if we just drop out of this place? We got this overhang and we just kind of drop out of this place. Obviously, we don't want a hole in the ground, so it's going to require some redstone of some sort. And I think I can probably do something to hide it with carpets and stuff maybe. But yeah, we'll have to work on that. Obviously, I need to light up the inside, and it looks like it's nighttime, so I'm just going to go ahead and make it day, and then we'll start working on the inside. Well, I'm not the most observant person. You guys that have watched me for a while know that for sure. And it wasn't until I started, watching back the video and doing some editing that I noticed, yeah, we have 3 on this side. You can see that. 1, 2, 3, and only 2 on this side. Plus, the window is an even number, which I cringe at in Minecraft. I like to keep things odd numbered. Makes things easier in the long run with building, so we're gonna go ahead and fix this now. We'll take this back a block and get that sorted. I'm sure many of you that are way more perceptive than me probably saw that and were cringing yourselves. So just wanted to let you know I'm getting it fixed, and I just made a mess. I just can't stop messing with the front here. I just can't, it didn't feel right. So I'm trying something else here. I really made the waterfall a lot bigger along the face here, almost as if a full-blown river is coming out and down, and our base is actually just kind of protruding from the waterfall and splitting it, and then also allowing the water to continue back through the bottom of it as well. So I think that looks pretty cool. I put some stabilizing like beams on here to hold this portion up as well and to break it up. I removed one of the waterfalls over here so that this one has a little bit more of its own uniqueness, I guess, or we're not overdoing it with waterfalls, I guess you could say. So yeah, now I'll actually go do the inside. I think I'm happy with this. I'm going to continue to add little bits and bobs to kind of spruce this up to give it some more like lighting and things like that as we go here and there, but I need to just kind of let it sit for a while as my brain tries to figure out what to do next with it. You can already see I had to put the I logo in there somewhere. I've been trying to get it on the side of this mountain forever and it didn't look good. So maybe on the inside it will actually look good. But let's hop down in here. It's actually safe this time. I don't have to worry about creepers. Dug it a little out a bit here, starting to add some furniture and stuff. Like I said, I envision myself kind of sitting here in the morning, looking out into the bay, thinking about what I'm going to do, all that kind of stuff. And then we have a little bit of a drop down here to have this little kind of balcony. It's an indoor balcony. I don't know if you call it that. I'm sure you call it something else. But yeah, need to do a lot more of the interior decorating, so it's not just all stone and you know, random stuff on the walls. And then probably have some other rooms and things like that. Maybe I will eventually make tunnels that get to the other part of my base, stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna leave this for today just like this. I'm gonna kind of let this marinate, maybe listen to some of the ideas you guys have in the comments, because you always come through with some excellent ideas, whether you have ideas for what we could do with the interior or to even make the exterior look better. It'd be definitely willing to hear what you have there. Let's go ahead and drop down here. I got an idea for how we can get out there too, which is going to be kind of cool. So yeah, let's come out here. Let's take one last look at this before we move on for today to another project. Yeah, this is great. Finally starting to see some things come together. I'm starting to get some visions for what I want to do. There's a couple things I want to take care of before we go for today as well. So I want to hop over to another project that I started last episode but did not finish. All right, back here in the Nether Sky Hub, and I've just been looking around and I can see that there's been some changes. Looks like probably Azuma's been working on this a little more. Looks like he's done a little more detail in the ceiling there. We now have these like glass windows that look to the outside, which is pretty cool. You can see we still have to do something about all these pigmen spawning. I wonder if we should just come in and do this on there. That'd be a lot of black carpet though, and ink isn't exactly readily available here on the server, so that might be kind of tough. But it also looks like he's gone ahead and put in some of the stubs for the entrances here, and I gotta tell you, I'm on the fence. I know this definitely looks better, but you guys remember me pointing out that from below you can kind of see everything above this line, even when you're kind of on the middle of the island there. So I'm not sure. It's a bit of a sacrifice, but it definitely looks better with that arc above it than that. So maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. We'll see. Anyway, I want to come through here and kind of show you guys what I'm talking about finishing up today. So I made two ways to get up here, if you can remember correctly. We have a way to just fly up, and I have a bit of a gap in the bedrock there. I never did get around to breaking the rest of the bedrock. In fact, at this point, I haven't really heard any hermits complaining about being able to fly up through there or anything like that. But we may just wait until 1.14 when we can use bamboo to really easily break the bedrock, assuming they don't, you know, fix that or whatever before the official update. But anyway, let's go through here and actually use the minecart elevator, because I discovered last time that if you just hold right click, it's back to being pretty fast. And that got me, ooh, that should have spit me out. That got me thinking, there we go, that's better, that why should we exit right here? Why are we stopping this right here and then making people use the ladder to get all the way up there? That's super slow. So what if we just go ahead and continue this elevator up to the gold farm? It's going to be in a bit of a weird location. If we look, it's off to the side a bit, but we can get it up to that far and then have a platform that kind of goes off, and then you can finish the climb, and it'll only be a few ladders at least, and that's going to be a lot faster to get up and down. So I think I'm going to build this out of gold. I'm going to need some more gold blocks. We'll build like a tower of gold, and then which way should I go? Maybe I'll build up the back kind of pillar of it this way, so that when we get up, we walk that way to get up to the opening there. So yeah, big minecart elevator project I need to finish off right now. All right, well, that was a bit tedious, but we got the job done. It took a while. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. I did the gold blocks. I did yellow glass to hold it in. I think it's looking great. Let's go ahead and give it a test run from up here. We'll just get in this minecart, see if we can do this. Now, I've been holding down right click, And remember last time it seemed pretty fast, but now it's kind of seeming a little bit slower again. If I kind of spam click, you can see I do speed up. So not sure what was going on last time I recorded, what the difference was, but you can see I'm up here now. You can hear the minecarts rolling around in there that we use as entities to do the entity cramming rule and suffocate the pigmen and kill them. But yeah, I got up to this point and I hit shift and I fell back through. And I got up to this point and I looked another direction and I hit shift and I fell back through. And no matter what I did, I couldn't stop falling through and it was getting annoying. So what I've done is I've made another minecart right in front of us that if we click into, that's actually sitting on top of a solid block, which we can click out of and now we can walk on. And it's pretty good anyway because we were hitting our head on these hoppers. And then I found something out that's pretty cool. There's been some hitbox changes to these hoppers. Hitbox is shown. I guess you don't really see them. I thought you might if we did that, but you don't. And yeah, there's been some hitbox changes to hoppers. We've seen that in past videos where items kind of get stuck up in the little crevices and stuff. And now what we can do is if we hold down shift and duck, we can actually, let me see if I can show this. We can actually just walk underneath it. Look at that. That's interesting, right? Hit our head, crouch, we walk underneath it. So that's kind of cool. Feels like something could be done with that. Maybe some sort of door that you can get through, but mobs can't because we can crouch and they can't. I don't know. That's pretty cool, though. Anyway, they were kind of in the way. I mean, yeah, you could go around a little bit, but this works out just fine now. If we go from this minecart into this one, get out, and then we can continue our way up to the farm and do our business up here, get all of our levels back and things like that, because, yeah, I've died a few times. I died a few times testing the elevator out, too. It's not quite safe, to be honest. On the way down, I made a pretty big mistake, actually, and I'm gonna have to figure that out now. I'm gonna have to solve it. What I did was, because I didn't want to continue the pillar up the same side I used to begin with, I switched directions with it. And so you can see before we had the pillar here, and I don't know why I didn't want to put the pillar here. I thought that would feel weird when you got to the top, that location of it. And so instead I switched the pillar to this side. And what happens is because of the way we have the trapdoors, there's a hitbox on the trapdoor, and we'll go from avoiding these to hitting the one that's under this, and you take fall damage. So I actually died coming down this elevator. So I may have to take this one because it's fairly hidden and just move it on the backside here and move those trapdoors so people aren't dying on here like I just did. And so more work to do. I think, I've done more work here than I've created for myself, at least, but I better fix that before any of the other hermits come along and, die, because good times with Scar, he'd be a sad hermit if he died trying to use this elevator. All right, so I think I finally have this safe. I flipped around the whole deal in there, and also I died a few more times because if you pick up too much speed on these things, it seems like there's no amount of ladders at the bottom that's going to slow you down. So what I had to actually do was install ladders along the way. So you see I start to go fast and then I get slowed down a little bit, start to go fast, get slowed down a little bit. I had to do it a few times in here just to make sure we made it through safely. So you do get slowed down a few times, but I kept dying and I couldn't figure out why. And it was just, once you pick up a certain speed, yeah, the bottom's not going to catch you. So I may have done maybe an extra ladder or two in here I could probably get rid of, like right here. I think, was there an extra one? Somewhere right here. I could probably get rid of that one. There's one underneath there as well. So yeah, let's try it again and maybe you guys will witness me die on camera. All right, we'll go all the way to the top. I'm going to spam click because I do feel like, it's hard to tell what's faster. You might as well just hold down your right click since that way you're not clicking too many times on your mouse. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we got enough ladders in here. Start to go pretty fast, get caught, go a little faster, get caught again. Okay, I think we're good. We're good. Okay, whoo. All right, we made it. We made it safe and sound. Yeah, I've died, I don't know, a few times. And the problem is once you do, yeah, like I don't have a bed set, so I was back at spawn, and then, yeah, that wasn't good. It was nighttime, there was creepers around the portal, I had a hard time getting back. But alright, I'm done. I wanted to do that so that the other hermits could have an easy way up and down to the gold farm, especially if they aren't able to fly. There's one last thing I want to do today, something I've been putting off for way too long, so we need to head back to the bay for the last project of the day. I didn't mean to rhyme. All right, so looking over this bay, there's also something I've been meaning to do, and I want to just get started, just a little bit of a start today, just so that I'm reminded to continue working on this. I want to do stuff underwater. It's the aquatic update, and I really haven't done much with aquatic anything, to be honest. I don't know, all the other hermits were doing the aquatic stuff straight away this season, and I didn't want you guys just seeing the same thing from every single hermit, so I waited a bit, I guess, but I did grab myself some conduits early on in the season, and I think what I want to do is I'm going to install one right here in the base, so down there, so that I'll be able to breathe underwater and start to do some building under there, because I want to make like a little, I don't know how to explain it. I guess we'll just wait and see. I'll build it up as we go, but first things first, I need to make this conduit. I don't have any prismarine. All right, I know somebody here in the shopping district sells prismarine. It used to be in here. There we go. We got regular prismarine there, sea lanterns, dark prismarine. I guess I'll go up here. Get out of the water. All right, good. How much are these? 1 diamond per stack. And what I really need is, I need 42 total, I think, to get the full range of a conduit. So actually, that's regular prismarine. Aren't there cool looking like prismarine blocks somewhere? Or do I just need to oh, here we go. Let's go over here. Let's see if these are much more. Yeah, I think I want to use prismarine blocks. Those will look better. Dock's kind of hard to get out of. 1 diamond per stack. Okay, same price, better looking blocks. Excellent. So we're going to just go ahead and buy a stack of those, because I just need a stack. I only need 52 blocks, right? Or 42. So, all right, there we go. Bought that from, I believe this is, what is this? Iskull and Cubfan's place of business. I wonder, I've bought a ton of sea lanterns from them in the past. How are they keeping their stock up? That's the question. Negative, and it was 4 diamonds per stack. Those were some expensive sea lanterns. I know I wasn't planning on making a guardian farm this season, but for those kind of prices, I may have to. Also, we need to start thinking about ways to make money again, because we got the whole Sahara project with Iskull, Mumbo, and Grian. We got Concorps doing their thing as they do, and I'm not making a lot of money. I did kind of go into a little business with Cub on iTrade. That's probably not going to make us much. I really need to start figuring out new ways to make some money so that, I can keep my diamond supply up, so I can buy from Sahara and Concorps for other stuff I need, I guess. So any ideas you guys got to what we could do to start making some money again would be appreciated. All right, let's go down in here. Supposedly, this gives you underwater breathing. It gives you night vision underwater. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've never built one of these before. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think you do these rings like this, right? So you got a ring that goes that way. You got a ring that goes out this way. And then finally you have like a ring around the middle. I wonder if I can get this done, not with a drown trying to come at me. I was gonna say, I wonder if I can get this done before I run out of bubbles. But this guy had to come and be part of this party here. All right, so we do a ring around the center like this. And then I'm really trying, I know it's dark down here, I'm really looking forward to that night vision. And then how do we get it to be right in the middle? Do we just set it like here? Ooh, look, it gave us a little light when we held it. So that's cool. And then bam. And then are we good? Do we have conduit effect? My last bubble is staying, but no, there it went. Do I need to break that? Oh, I think I need to break. Oh, there we go. There we go. Just kicked in. I needed to break the block underneath. I was like empty on bubbles. I was about to take damage, I think. All right, so there we go. Now we can go underneath. We can reclaim that block. Oh, look at it. It's fancy. It's doing the animation. Oh, this is super cool. Really cool. Conduits are neat. I think I'm also going to clear out, I'm going to clear out this kelp. This kelp is for a bay. I don't think it really fits. It's not going to look good. But now we can work underwater. We can without having to worry about breathing. Look at it. You can see things that I didn't remember. Forgot was there. This is like part of the Skelly spawner drop and things like that. So yeah, I can start cleaning up this bay, preparing for some of the builds that I want to do. Ultimately, I think I will make it a little deeper because it's not very deep right now. But yeah, we can start doing that kind of cool stuff. So I don't think I've ever done this before. I'm gonna end an episode underwater. There's a first time for everything. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe before you go. And with that said, I'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.